This lecture is on interpreting or drawing technical drawings. So we have two learning objectives: analyze symbol science and data, and interpret technical drawings and plans. We're going to start with signs and symbols. So signs and symbols are visual symbols or that communicate ideas, process, or warning. They are used to draw attention to health and safety hazards and point out hazards that may not be obvious. So these are sample of signs and symbols, and they are also used for poor observance of proper use of equipment. So tools and equipments are designed for some specific purpose and proper use. You have to keep in mind that these tools and equipments may not perform well and may fail or even break when not properly used. So a single failure of equipment will result to decreased productivity, even worse, may cause harm to a worker himself. And also, it provides general information and directions. In a workplace, signages provide information of the different tools and equipment's location as well as emergency exits. And it also reminds employees where and when personal protective equipment must be worn. So workers sometimes forget to wear PPEs, though it is part of their daily routine. So they are being reminded through the signs and symbols. So signs and symbols also show where emergency equipments are located. Though safety is observed and accident-free environment is monitored, workers should still be familiar with the emergency equipment's location and how to use them. And signs and symbols also indicate where certain actions are prohibited. So certain actions are restricted in some equipment because of very high potential to cause injury. Okay. So basic signs categories are the first one, we have the regulatory signs. So these are symbols in circle intended to instruct on what one must do or not do under a given circumstance. It is also used to reinforce laws, regulations, or requirements which apply either at all times or at specific times or place. So ignoring these signs may result to a violation of existing law or regulation. An example here is this. Okay, so the first regulatory sign that we're going to talk about is the prohibition. So safety signs with a black symbol, ito yung black, with a white background, and then a red circle with a red diagonal line across the circle, stating that this should not be done. Okay, this is used to state actions or dress or machinery which must not or should not be used. Another regulatory sign are what we call the mandatory signs. So these safety signs are with a white symbol in a blue circle. It indicates actions, dress, or precautions which must not be used. So this is the blue circle, and the white is the symbol is the white. And then we also have warning signs. So these are used to warn the public of a hazard or mark a hazardous site or area. Okay. An example to this one is this. So a caution sign indicates a potential hazard, which is a low level risk that could lead to a minor or moderate injury. So usually they are black on yellow. Okay. Then we also have the danger sign, which indicates a definite hazard, which is a high level risk that could result to death or serious injury. So this is usually white on red there, the danger sign there. Then we also have information sign. This sign is a very legibly printed and very noticeable placard that informs people of the purpose of an object or gives them instruction on the use of something. So an example of an information sign is here, this one, emergency sign. It indicates first aid, health, fire protection, and emergency equipment. They are usually white on green. Okay. Another information sign is general information, which indicates permission or public information. It's usually white on blue. So analyze signs, symbols, and data. Um, Automotive servicing doesn't end on finishing the job in an auto repair shop. So when necessary, a road test is performed to conduct a closer observation on a vehicle. To do this, the one who performs the job must be knowledgeable in driving, a holder of a driver's license, and knows by heart the meaning of different traffic signs and symbols. So traffic signs are not just to provide information, but to guide and keep safe the motorist and the community from accident. Next, we have here the common traffic signs. White symbol on blue circular background. We have turn right, turn left, keep left, ahead only, keep right. Regulatory, prohibition signs. We have mostly black symbol on white circular background, background with red border. So no entry, no stopping, no left turn, no parking, no U-turn, speed limit, no overtaking, no right turn, no horn, motorcycle prohibited. Okay, next one, we have the warning signs, mostly black symbol on white triangular background with a red border or black symbol in yellow diamond. So we have here bend warning, T junction ahead, traffic signal ahead, junction ahead, uneven road, series of bends, quarry side ahead, steep hill upward, slippery road, children ahead. And then we also have this pedestrian, crossroad ahead, sharp curve, merging traffic, and tunnel ahead. Okay, then we also have priority signs. So other provisions stated in the Vienna Convention on Road Signs and Signals are this one. So we have here the yield or give way sign. Then we have the stop sign, the priority on oncoming, and priority on oncoming. On priority on oncoming and priority for oncoming. So here, priority on the traffic flow in the black arrow direction, which gives them the right of way, and then priority on the traffic flow on the white arrow indication, which has the privilege of the right of way, than in red arrow direction. Okay, so we also have here parking, port, hospital, game zone. For complete information on traffic sign, you may follow the link here, the Vienna Convention on Road Signs and Signals at Wikipedia. Okay. Then we also have the dashboard symbols. So even within the car, there are also signs and symbols that we have to know what are their uses because we never know. It's just one sign, but then it's giving a lot of information. The dashboard, particularly the instrument panel, represents the easiest way a vehicle talks to its driver, so allowing him to stay up to date with the status of the car and provide him with prior notice on potential mechanical problems. Okay, so some here are the common dashboard symbols. We have low fuel notification. Okay, this panel is switched on if the fuel level gets very low and refuel is required. Seatbelt reminder, this symbol appears and remains active as long as the engine is started and the seatbelt remains unfastened. We have the brake system alert. The notification is powered on if the ECU detects a problem to the brake system. Tire pressure monitor, the warning is turned on in case of low tire pressure, which could raise the fuel consumption or affect the grip. And then front airbag, the light monitors the front airbag and in case it is turned on, signals a problem with it. It usually requires a professional assistance. And we also have the fog beam indicators. It is indicated and remains on once the driver turns on the fog beams. Then the battery warning. If this light is turned on while driving, it reveals a malfunction concerning the battery charging system. And then the emergency indicator, the notification is activated once the driver pushes the emergency button. Then we also have the powertrain malfunction. If on, this light shows that the powertrain has been damaged and the car needs to be serviced as soon as possible. And we also have the ABS warning or the ABS warning. It is turned on every minute, every time there's something wrong with the anti-lock brake system. Okay. Then we also have the open doors indicator. So this symbol is usually turned on just after the driver starts the engine and informs him that one of the doors is not properly closed. Temperature a warning light, it warns the driver of the possibility of engine overheating. Then high beam light, it's turned on once the driver activates the high beam mode of the headlights. Oil pressure warning uh, is turned on if the ECU detects a problem with the oil pressure. And then turn signals, surely the most known instrument panels, the turn signals are activated once the driver changes direction and uses the signal lever. All right. Then we also have here the battery. So here is the symbol for the battery. The pair of long and short links lines represent a cell. So a series of cells make up a battery. Long lines represent the positive, while the short lines represent the negative. And we have here the ground symbol. It represents the electrical connection to the metal body of the frame of the vehicle. In turn, the negative cable of the battery is connected between the negative battery terminal and the body frame of the vehicle. Then this is the symbol of the fuse. Okay, this is the symbol of the bulb. And then the symbol represents a male-female connector. So we have here a male connector and we have the Y here as the female connector. Also, we have here the relay coil and the relay switch. So a dot at the intersection of wires is the permanent connection point or space. Then a splice. If there is no dot at the intersection of the lines, then those wires are not connected. So we have here crossed wires connected and crossed wires not connected. We also have here the resistor symbol and then the motor symbol and then the horn symbol. Okay, so those are the symbols that we have to know, especially those traffic lights or traffic symbols. We have to remember them by heart because they are made for us to be safe in the road, whether we are driving or we are not. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you again in the next video.